Hallelujah. I'm just so happy. I did the interview with yesterday and quit because of this. It's been about a week since the non-interview interview, but today I got an interview request and I just thought of talking about it because it's so weird. So getting this interview was particularly interesting because I applied for this role and I got rejected. And I looked at the job description, I'm like, I know this work. I can do this. And my portfolio reflects it and my resume reflects it. So I went back, tweaked up my resume and applied again with a different email. And this time I didn't even get a response. So I went to their LinkedIn and I saw that somebody I knew from my childhood works there. And I decided to reach out to this person. Now, I think I'm kind of lucky in my network because I'm not the biggest networker. And even during this period, I reached out to recruiters and all of that stuff, and it wasn't really going well. So I think luck and I think God's grace really played a lot in this, that I knew this person from my childhood. So I reached out to him, sent him my resume, and within a day I got a response from the company for an interview, and that was really exciting. So I would say tapping into your network in any way, even if it's somebody that you have not spoken to in years, reach out to them because they can be really helpful in your process. Today's Monday. My interview is tomorrow and I haven't started practicing. I've not prepared for this interview in any way and I don't know why, and I'm still calm about it. And I think it's because of the extensive preparation I did for my last interview that did not happen. Also, something I'm doing differently from the last time is focus a bit more on knowing what the company does, their competitors, knowing their values, because apparently that adds to the interview score points. That's what the person that referred me told me. So I'm going to look into that and figure out stories from my experiences that relate to that. Hello! I'm drinking matcha. It's not that hot so you can sit properly. I'm about to start prepping for the show. I'm telling you, I just finished eating. I didn't sleep. Okay, back to interview prep. One thing, I also got another interview request from a company, so we have company C now. A phone call interview request. I've never gotten that ever. I didn't remember applying to this company. I would take the interview. It's a phone call interview. I would just have that, see how that goes, see how my mind feels about it. So off to prepping. Hello y'all, today's interview day and I'm just doing like last minutes, going over my answers, going over notes. My interview is in about 40 minutes. Yeah, how do I feel right now? I feel quite calm. My feet are cold though, so I wore some socks, but I'm ready for the interview, like face wise, and changed my shirt out to something clean. I kind of made myself a post-it notes of encouragement where I congratulatory message to myself. So I'm just going to go through my notes for a bit and then just go into the interview. 3 minutes to the interview. Hello. Hi.
How's it going, Mayuka?
I'm doing well. How are you? I just finished the interview. It went well with this role. There's first screening, then the presentation of my portfolio, then the whiteboarding, optional. Sometimes you talk to the VP of design, and then an offer. Yeah, it went quite well. I feel like over prepared, but it's better to be over prepared than not prepared at all. Whew. So fingers crossed, by God's grace, go on to the next role with the portfolio presentation. That's like another, like, that is major preparation. The preparation I did for this small. It is small. The portfolio presentation is another thing, because I have to actually prepare my portfolio, practice. But it was a great interview. Honestly, I don't think I could have done better. Also, the HR person was so helpful. It was literally like a chat, and I think they say the best interviews are those that are like a chat. I'm back. Well, this is interesting because I've gotten the response on my next steps, which is the portfolio presentation. So I have to work on that. I don't know what project I'll use, but I'm excited. I'm thinking maybe doing this end of next week. So happy. I will not cry. I have to go to the gym, but I'm so happy. I'm going to take a bit of a rest, go to the gym. I need to get bagels.
Is it bagels? Alright, listen up, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name D to the U to the M to the E, J, E, Francis. And right here with me, I've got M to the A to the Y, O. You get me?
Good morning, guys. Today is the day of the phone interview, and I woke up with a sore throat. Of all days, it is really painful to talk. I'm thankful that it's a phone call interview because I'm taking the call like this. I can't. They don't need to see me, so I don't need to dress up or do anything. And I just woke up. And my interview's in like an hour. And I don't know why the only time slots available were morning time slots. I'm not a big morning person. It's time for the call, so I'm just waiting for the call. I really hope they're on time because I'm tired. Anyway, it's 2 minutes past the time. I'm still waiting for the phone call. But I want to show you guys, I got a new phone case. And this wrist bracelet charm thing, it's made up of shells.
Yes, so I wanted to go through the product designer role that you've applied for.
Okay, just finished the call. It went pretty okay. I was just happy that I didn't really need to practice. I didn't do a lot for this, and I could pretty much read off my notes. But for this particular role, so the steps are, after this phone call interview, there's a call with the hiring manager, which is like competency based, and then I get a task to be done, and then a presentation of the task, and then an offer. Hiring in tech is actually quite annoying. Like, why all the steps? I'm tired. Look at my portfolio. Let's go. But that is it. I'm going back to bed. A portfolio review is usually the second or third stage of a product design interview process, and it's pretty much telling a story about your design processes and showing the impact of your work. It helps to also show your problem-solving abilities and design skills. And here you share about 2 case studies and questions are asked by the interviewer. on the work you've presented. Also, during the stage, you get some situational and behavioral questions outside the presentation. I also find the portfolio review process to be a great place to touch on things that are outside design. For instance, mentoring or speaking or some community work you've done, so they know more about you outside just being a product designer. And this process is really about selling yourself and selling your skills through storytelling. Videos from Femke Design, Mason Design, and Sharon Oye were very helpful in helping me figure out the content and structure of my portfolio presentation. I'm back. I'm back again. Today is my portfolio presentation day, and I'm tired. I'm so tired. I think the last time I spoke about updates on job searching was Friday after my phone call interview, and since then, let me tell you something, the devil has tried it. I've been sick, tired, unable to put together my presentation. Yesterday I felt so sick. My allergies really flared up. Even this morning I was just rebuking the devil. I'm just like, this is not it. I am not the one. So, I prayed, got some medicine, got better. I finished doing my presentation, put together my presentation like an hour ago, or less than that. My interview is in 2 hours, so I'm cutting it close. I'm just happy I finished everything that I wanted to do with it. I want to make some matcha now, so that I have energy to pretty much go through the presentation again and prep myself for any possible questions that can come up. So updates on the phone call interview. So they told me to get back to me on Friday. I think I did the phone call on Thursday. I believe so. So they told me to get back to me on Friday or Monday. They didn't get back to me on Friday. Monday they didn't get back to me. Tuesday they didn't get back to me. So I just knew that did not click. And I got an email yesterday saying, oh sorry, we went with other candidates, which I'm just like, fair. I didn't want to work there in the first place. And thankfully it was a phone call interview, so it wasn't a lot of my energy. But I have another phone call interview tomorrow because the company responded that they wanted to see me. Yay. So now there's company B and company D. So company D, I'm having a phone call interview tomorrow afternoon. And there's that. So make matcha, go through everything, get some energy pumped up to present. After this, I'm going to sleep. Job searching, going through the whole recruitment process, it's a lot of energy. It is a lot of energy. Plus combining it with your day-to-day life and having a 9 to 5. Literally, I've not been able to go to the gym. I've not been able to edit for YouTube. I've not been able to do anything. I'm just looking for work. I'm working. But we thank God. My babe just helped me with prototyping my presentation because I'm presenting in Figma and you have to prototype. So not only with my product, it enhances the experience of merchants selling done with the interview. My pinky started swelling. I've been having allergies and my pinky's swelling up. But how did it go? It went pretty well. I would say I was quite confident. I think I selected good projects to present to people, ask good questions. They also complimented me on my design decisions, my presentation. So fingers crossed, make it to the next round. I need to go and rest now. We thank God that I was able to finish my presentation. Hallelujah. It's almost time for my interview. This is what I like about phone call interviews, that I can look like this and have the interview. As you can tell, I've been on my bed since I woke up. I just really needed to recover from like that interview and the interview prep that I did for it, because I was sick. Also, after the interview, my health just nosedived. I had really bad stomach ache literally the whole night up until maybe 2 a.m. this morning. So yeah, I'm gonna take this call from my bed. Let's see how it goes. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon. Is that Mayuka?
Okay, so done with this interview. You know what I like about phone interviews is that I didn't really prepare for this, but I was like going through the job description and some things it was asking. I was just like, what? So I could like quickly do some Googles. I feel like I was just like, we get with my answers, but I've advanced to the next stage, and they've pretty much booked in my next interview for next week, which is like a 1-hour call with a lead designer and a senior designer, and I think I have to present something in my portfolio. But this particular recruiting process that the recruiter just told me is quite confusing, because after this call there is the 1-hour call which is going to happen next Thursday, and then there is a task I will take home, so that is step 3. Then there is a presentation of the task. I can't even particularly remember anymore because it was quite confusing, but I think there's a presentation of the task. Then I would have to present another case study from my end, and then there's like a behavioral interview. Like there's one interview that's like an hour 45 minutes, which is just so long, and I'm just like, what? But let's just see. By God's grace, if I get an offer from these people that I did the interview with yesterday, I'm going to drop out of this, because why? It's like 5 stages. Still, the day I did the phone call interview, I was just in a meeting and a mail came from the interview I did yesterday, and it was a rejection. They filled the position. They said, I regret for informing that the position has been filled by another candidate who closely aligns with our current needs and requirements, which is interesting because after this interview I was supposed to have another one if I got through, meaning that they had already gotten to that stage with someone else. This is crazy because I really wanted this, but in a way where I was like calm about it and I was so sure. I'm like, they just did me this courtesy because I was referred. I know I have an interview coming up, but this is like back to square one in a way, and I'm tired. So back to like applying. I kind of stopped applying to places in like the past week. I've not really applied.